I'm about to eat only Target meals for 5 days. Have you ever seen the Target dog before? Did you ever think to yourself, what's wrong with it? I mean, what kind of dog is that? Right. What kind of dog is the Target dog? It's an English Bull Terrier, so he's British! Your Highness! Now it makes sense why his face looks all swollen. He's hiding a bunch of fish and chips in there. In this video, we're about to eat Target food for 5 days. So Target, of course, has a small grocery section in most of their stores. And they have their own brands. They have, I think, one called Market Pantry, another called Favorite Day for some reason. Like they're acting like it's a day of the week and not food. That's weird. And of course, Good and Gather, which is probably their most famous of all their little store brands. Because I've heard it's really good. And it was gathered, probably by the Amish. Because they're the only people that would use a word that colonial. Let me gather my grains and nuts. Gather it all. We're gonna be eating Target food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's gonna be 15 meals throughout this video. It's a Target fest. Kind of like Coachella, but with more swollen dogs and Amish people. They know how to get down. Have you ever seen them take their bonnet and do the little, hello, how do you do? It is their favorite dance. We are gonna try their frozen items, their fresh items, and of course, I'm gonna be cooking like the housewife I am. Oh my gosh, it's so shiny, it made the camera glitch. Sadie, married lady. I'm gonna be reviewing everything I eat and giving you my honest opinion on every single item. If I have to praise Target, I will. If I have to drag it by its big red ball that's in the front of the store, then I'll do that too. Sorry, Target, I know they're sensitive, I don't care. Now, the truth is, I haven't tried any of this food before because I don't really shop at Target for food. I'll go to Target if I need a new blouse. I'll go to Target if I need some new Tupperware because the orange stains are getting a bit too vibrant. Or I'll go to Target if I need the new Taylor Swift vinyl, you know, the new version of the last version's version. I actually do have all her vinyls. I'm not shading her. I want them all. But I never shop there for food. Do you shop for food at Target? If so, are you an heiress? A CEO? Or possibly do you work in tech? What I'm trying to say is, are you privileged? I'm just joking, obviously, but I've always assumed Target groceries would be pricey because it's Target, you know, it's a French name, like it's high end. So that's why I've never really shopped there for food. But if I've never shopped there for food, how do I know that it's pricey? Am I judgmental? Am I the villain? I kind of like being bad. Anyways, we're about to find out if the food is pricey and if it's delicious. I'm gonna be shopping at Target every single day for my daily meals, but on this first day, I am buying all my breakfasts at the same time, which is what I always do during these at-home challenges, cause guys, I always say this, but it continues to be true. I'm a growing man, expanding, if you will, kind of like the universe, but hotter. So I want my breakfast to be here the moment I wake up so I can feast. Anyways, before we head to Target, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support me and my little whole dainty career. Also, subscribe! I make food content. We eat at supermarkets, we go on cruises. Anywhere that has a calorie will be consumed by Timmy, in the words of Shakespeare. So anyways, let's go girlies, Target trip, woohoo! I know it's the highlight of your day too. I arrived at Target and immediately I could smell wealth in the air. Gucci, Prada, footprints everywhere. What? And of course I had to visit the fruit aisle. Hey mom, hey dad, how are you guys doing? Am I making you proud? Who is she strutting down the aisles? Is that a model with a shiny bald head? It's giving alien, but in a couture Vogue kind of way. Let's get my breakfasts for the whole week. So basically, I just went through the frozen aisle. I got some of these little egg bites. They looked really good. I also got some muffins, chocolate muffins and blueberry muffins as well. And I got some French toast sticks. And I also got this Texas toast. I know a lot of people don't think this is a breakfast food, but if you can chew on chia seeds for breakfast, you can have Texas toast, believe me. And I also got some protein pancake mix, some syrup, of course, to go with the pancakes, and some strawberry shortcake oat bars, and also orange cranberry mini scones, cinnamon rolls. These clips are going too fast and I have a stutter. I can't keep up. For my Monday lunch, which is today, I decided to make some frozen chicken sandwiches. So I got some chicken patties, some pickles, some pickle sauce, and also some burger buns. And I also got some onion rings, which were upside down. I hope Vecna doesn't get them. Oh. And for my lunch dessert, I got some mini fudge dipped cookies. Now for my Monday dinner, I decided to get these 3 cheese chicken meatballs, and I'm gonna pair them with some mashed potatoes because I'm not a basic girl. I'm not doing pasta with meatballs. That's so last year. And I also got this Thai style seasoned vegetable blend to be healthy and these jalapeno and tortilla cheese sticks to be unhealthy. That's my appetizer. And for my dinner dessert, I got this red velvet layered dessert. How good does that look? I just love the flavor of food coloring so much. It's my favorite. So for my Monday breakfast, I decided to make the protein pancakes and the broccoli and cheddar cheese egg bites. Okay, it's 10:30. I have not eaten. Mom is getting a little shaky, so please don't bring up wire hangers. I swear you do it every time. So we're gonna have this protein pancake mix because you guys know that every day I lift, every day I squat. I see my gym bros, I say, hey bro, what's the protein intake today? They say, not enough, bro. This only needs water. I love that. I love it when a mix doesn't need an egg and it doesn't need vegetable oil, even though I really want those minerals and all the vitamins that vegetables carry. This is easier. So I'm only gonna make like, half a batch. Because you guys know I never ever eat a lot. It's just not part of my lifestyle. You don't believe me? I look like a glutton? Is that what you just said? Then I have to add 3/4 of a cup of water. So what's half of a 3/4? A 1.52? I have my PhD in science and math. What's not clicking? I think that's probably half, I guess. Okay, let's mix this up. It's looking very soupy. Am I making crepes? Belle's probably like, please, wee. That's what I want. It's not all about you, Belle. Yeah, I'm gonna add a bit more protein. Okay, this is coming together. It smells like dirt and dust. No, like in all seriousness, it smells like bran. You know, once my mom went through this really, really healthy era when I was a kid, and she would like pour it on top of yogurt and stuff. It looked like she was eating wood, like she was a beaver. So I just sprayed my pan with some of this extra light tasting olive oil. I know you're thinking, Timmy, olive oil and pancakes? That is shameful. Well, my good friend Pamela, she was expired. I know that's mean to say about a person, but she's not a person, she's an oil. But guys, it's extra light taste, so we're not gonna taste the olives. This pancake is not gonna taste like a Greek salad, which sounds kind of refreshing actually right now. But anyways, let's add our protein batter. No sizzle. Okay, it's probably a little too early, it's okay. It'll still cook, it doesn't have to be crispy. Oh. Pancake batter always smells kind of oceanic, if you get my drift. It's kind of nasty. Wow, I ate that. They look perfect. I'm so proud of myself, guys. I did that. Let's see how these broccoli and cheddar cheese egg bites look. Okay, that's very Starbucks. Ariana Venti, my favorite singer. So I just have to microwave these for 1.5 minutes and that's it. I kind of wanted to do a little more cooking for breakfast. I want to really practice my housewife skills. That's disappointing. Girlies, I'm not joking. These smell like rotten garbage. They smell like one of those recycling factories where they separate the water bottles from the moldy apricots and things like that. So strong and visceral. I didn't realize my microwave was this dirty, so you can just see a little sneak peek of it. It is time to flip my pancakes. Oh, they're perfect. Oh, that one ate. Oh, she looks really pathetic next to her now. Wow. No, she's still beautiful too. Everyone's pretty in their own ways. I'm so hungry. I'm sorry if I was mean to you, sweetie. And I'm sorry I made you buy all plastic hangers. I don't ever want to scare you like that again. Let's first try these trash huevos. I mean, these broccoli cheese egg bites. Nice texture, very soft. It smells better on the inside, less demonic. Move, I got chills. Wow, those tasted completely different from how they odorized. They taste really good. Do not let the smell deter you from eating it. Oh my God, I feel like someone said that in a very different context at some point throughout human history. In that case, yes, let the smell deter you. Run. Run, mama. A lot of the times, microwaved eggs get this really wet, nasty texture, and they just kind of leak onto the plate. No, it's disgusting. These ones do not. These ones somehow have a real fluffy egg texture, almost like they were cooked in the sauce vide style, which is what Starbucks does. I think they put the eggs in a bag or something and they boil it or something. I don't even know. I think that's what sauce vide is, right? These have that same texture, just a little less creamy. Starbucks's are creamier still. Now, as for the flavor, it's really fantastic as well. You know, we got a very sharp cheddar cheese flavor, almost like a strong white cheddar, and it's very salty, and it balances out that earthy broccoli flavor so well. You know, yes, I would like cheese with my tree. Yes, I would. I think that would make it taste better. That's the vibe here. And the outside is somehow a tiny bit crispy. Even though it's microwaved, there was a tiny bit of a buttery, flaky crunch. It is decadent, it is delicious, and for a frozen breakfast item, it's fantastic. I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10. Very strong start, Tarjay. By the way, something really horrible happened to me last night, and I really need to talk about it with my besties. So first of all, I'm adding my sugar-free syrup to my pancakes. I got sugar-free because the actual maple syrup was $8. I'm not paying that much for something Laura Ingalls would have eaten back in 1802. Like, she didn't have taste. She hadn't even tried Taco Bell yet. She doesn't even know what flavor is. So I got the sugar-free version for like $2. Oh, speaking of prices, guys, I felt like the Tarjay prices were just as cheap as other grocery stores. Maybe not like Walmart, but like more so comparable to Publix. And I shop at Publix all the time, so I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't too pricey. Now, let me tell you a little story. Last night, okay, wait, backstory. We get a lot of millipedes in our house. For some reason, I guess millipedes are very big here in Orlando, Florida. We are very nice to them. We do not crush them. We basically pick them up lightly with a paper towel and we place them outside again. Because millipedes don't really do anything crazy, right? Like, they're not centipedes. Centipedes are their evil cousin that just want to wreak havoc on the world, right? But not millipedes. So anyways, last night I was about to go to bed. I was getting water next to the fridge and all of a sudden I feel and hear a crunch. And it wasn't buttery or flaky. I was like, is that a piece of popcorn? Am I at AMC? No, you're not Nicole Kidman. You'll never be Nicole Kidman. She's so much prettier than you will ever be. Sorry. It turns out I stepped on a millipede with my bare raw foot. And I panicked. I did feel bad for the millipede, of course, but I felt more bad for me and my corns on my foot, which were covered in millipede juices. This is actual footage. Yes, I did run to my husband for comfort. And I honestly never cleaned my foot. I think I just kind of stepped on the carpet and that sort of cleaned it. Is that disgusting? It's fine, I'm gonna shower after I eat these pancakes. Let's try them. Come on, protein. Men, bros. Listen, like I always say, I know this is not Target brand, but it's Coca-Cola Zero. The number 0 does not exist. Therefore, this can of soda does not exist either. Take a physics class. This protein pancake is honestly, for being a healthier option, pretty good. You know, I expected it to taste like chalk because a lot of protein items taste very chalky and they don't have the correct texture. This actually is very similar to a real pancake. It does have a slight kind of wheat flavor to it and it is the tiniest bit rubbery, just the tiniest bit, but what am I doing? Oh my God. It should not be that hard to take a bite. Other than those slight differences, they taste like Bisquick. Maybe just a little more bland, actually. Okay, there are multiple differences, but they're still giving me pancake. They're still giving me what I need. And the sugar-free syrup tastes just like classic syrup, so I'm happy with it. This is great. I'm gonna give a very strong 7 out of 10. You know, when you find a good protein product, you have to tell your gym colleagues. So that's what I'm gonna go do right now. Hey bros, you're never gonna believe this pancake. It is time to make our Monday lunch. So just a reminder, we're having the chicken sandwiches with the onion rings and the little fudge cookies. Yes, I am baking my chicken patty and my onion rings. Please don't attack me, please. I'm just a YouTuber, okay? I can't handle a lot. I'm not used to real life, so please don't be mean. I toasted my burger bun in the same pan as the pancake, so it has a little extra protein on it. And then I just put some of my pickle sauce and my patty and my one pickle, and I just closed it up, and that's my lunch. What do we think, girlies? So I know you're probably mad at me because I baked all this in the oven and not in my air fryer. Believe me, I would have cooked it in my air fryer if I didn't forget to clean it after my last at-home video a month ago. I haven't opened it since. No one's used it. So I just opened it now and girl, shocked is an understatement. It's disgusting, it's vile, it's something I would never wanna show you. Not because I'm embarrassed, why would I be embarrassed? I'm not. I just don't wanna have to put your eyeballs through that. Let's see if this turned out crispy, okay? Okay, listen, ovens have come a long way. Let's first try the onion rings. So I did get Good and Gather ketchup organic. And I was able to open it easily, guys. In my Aldi video last month, I literally could not open the ketchup. I was never able to. I never got to try the ketchup, and I really wanted to try the ketchup that day. But this was so easy. It must have been the pancake. It was for sure that. Men. Let's try the onion ring. First without ketchup and then with. I'll do this side first. Okay. Listen. This is the same Coke Zero. I just put it back in the fridge. I don't drink that much soda. You think I'm full of chemicals? I'm not full of chemicals. I'm not a robot, but if I was, I would help them take over the world because they're about to. Compared to other onion rings, well, frozen onion rings, these are one of the better ones I've had. Like, remember how when I had the Aldi's onion rings last month, they tasted kind of like a drop of piss? That was crazy. That was crazy. But not these. These aren't quite as good as like fresh restaurant onion rings, obviously, but the onion inside is nice and thick cut, but it's really tender. And the breading is also thick, so it's a very hearty bite, and it's kind of like a filling onion ring, but it's not cakey. I hate when onion rings get too cakey on the inside and kind of soggy. This is crispy all the way through. It's just a thick amount of crispiness. And I think that's something we can all support. You know, everyone's separated on a lot of issues these days. People are mad, but we can all agree we like a thick, crispy onion ring, right? No? You're mad about that too? Oh God. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's very crispy, and flavor-wise, it could be saltier, but it does have that classic onion ring flavor. So, that was like 3 burps put together. That's what I always wanted. I'm gonna have to give those onion rings a nice 8 out of 10, very strong. Now we have the chicken sandwich. I did do a pickle theme, so I got my toasted bun. I was like, am I gonna toast it? Am I that lazy to not toast it? And I was like, Timmy, this is your job, toast it. So I toasted it. Okay, so overall, it's not a bad sandwich. I love the pickle spread. It's genuinely a bit spicy and it's creamy and it really brings a strong dill flavor. You could taste it through all the other ingredients. So I'm impressed with that. And I'm impressed with the fact that I chose it over mayonnaise. I had that kind of intuition. And the pickle itself, very crunchy, classic pickle. The toasted bun, perfection. It tastes like a really good toasted bun. There's not much more to say about that. We all know what a toasted bun tastes like. Now the chicken is okay. It's giving massive, overgrown frozen chicken nugget. So yes, it has that mattress firm texture. Yes, it is giving Tempur-Pedic, but it can't automatically sit up like a Tempur-Pedic mattress can. That's very cool and futuristic as well. I wish this chicken could do that. Otherwise, it just has that really plain kind of like dino nugget flavor. But I have to say, somehow it's juicy. It's like there's little juice pockets between the memory foam that is kind of elevating it, and it did get crispy once again. So thanks, oven. You're welcome. I'm really hot. So am I. Embrace it. People love us. So it's not bad, but it is a chicken nugget sandwich. Popeyes is laughing. He's saying, I I have these big arms and you're a big chicken nugget. Last but not least, we have our lunch dessert, which are these mini white fudge dipped cookies. Now these reminded me of those like animal crackers and the white fudge with the sprinkles. It looks a lot like that, but instead it's like a sandwich cookie. You see that? So that's exciting, that's different. They smell like sugar-free caramel syrup that you put into coffee. I know that's specific, but it's accurate. That's how they look. Okay, let's see. Okay. They taste exactly like frosted animal crackers, like exactly, but they do have a more processed background flavor. I don't know what it is. You know what they taste like? They taste like candy melts, which are the only food they serve at Michael's. So if you get hungry and you're at Michael's, you can only get candy melts. They taste like that. So they have almost that fake chocolate flavor, but they do have a nice crispy texture. And I feel like there's a hint of sea salt in there, which is kind of nice, but overall, they're a bit too processed for me. I'm gonna have to give them a 4 out of 10. So breakfast, 8. Lunch was okay. Hopefully dinner eats. See you then, girlies. It is time for our Monday dinner. Remember, we're having the meatballs, the mashed potatoes, the Thai-style seasoned vegetables, the jalapeno and tortilla cheese sticks, and the red velvet dessert. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of words. I felt like Trisha Paytas when she read fast and was like, anyways, I just microwaved everything because it said to, basically, but I baked the tortilla stick thingies, and that's it. So yeah, this is my dinner. What do we think, girlies? I know that this meal looks crazy. I know it looks like IKEA forgot how to season foods using lingonberry and they just made the plainest meatball dish they could possibly create. And I understand that I look like an unseasoned piece of chicken. It's just the visual I give people, right? But I want you to know that I value flavor. It's what my career is built on. It's what my love of life is built on. And I did not purposefully get a meal that looks this unseasoned. It was an accident. I stupidly assumed, I'm so stupid, that the meatballs would come with a sauce. I mean, the picture looked saucy, did it not? At least the veggies are like an Asian blend, right? So that's exciting. So I hope you forgive me and I hope you still love me just as much. You don't love me? So let's try the appetizer first. What was this again? I think it was like a fried tortilla cheese stick or something. Good and gather, more like bad and scatter. That is not it. That is not what I expected. It's not what I wanted. I do like the breading. The breading does taste like a nice fried tortilla chip. It's also kind of reminiscent of the rare, fine tasting 7-Eleven taquito. You probably haven't had it. It's really hard to get your hands on. It's really expensive, but I've had it. And it does remind me of that. So I do like the breading. It's not too greasy. It has a nice crumbly texture, but I don't like the filling. The filling, to me, tastes like fried bell peppers with this cheese sauce that is, first of all, too salty, but it also has this kind of gritty texture. You know how sometimes, I'm glitching, sorry. You know how what am I saying? You know how sometimes when you make mac and cheese and you make it wrong? Can't relate. The cheese gets this kind of gritty texture because the oil and the cheeses kind of separate. It's kind of nasty. That's the vibe here. It kind of tastes like separated mac and cheese sauce with bell peppers in it. So I don't really like the flavor. I don't really like the texture. I don't think it's great. And I don't think it's very pretty or very bright. Next up, let's try the taters. Oh my. I'm sorry guys, I had to break dance. These are so much better than I expected. You know who's shaking right now? Bob, Mr. Evans. Bob Evans thought he was the only man in town. And by town, I mean the hot dog aisle that also has the bacon and his random mashed potatoes there. Miss Gather is about to destroy his empire. Oh! These are probably the best processed mashed potatoes I've ever had. They're not comparable to homemade mashed potatoes, sit down like restaurant mashed potatoes, but they taste kind of real in a sense, like on a certain plane of existence. It has a fantastic texture. It has little potato blobs in there, some bite to it, but it's overall very smooth and creamy. Now the flavor is very nice. It's perfectly salted, ultra buttery. It's a very strong butter flavor, and there's a very strong roasted garlic flavor that tastes real. You know when you can tell that they used garlic powder, it doesn't have that real garlic flavor. I know garlic powder is actual garlic, but it's like disintegrated, right? It doesn't really count. This tastes like it has real garlic in it. So it's not groundbreaking, but for processed mashed potatoes, it kind of is. You know who would have loved this? I know you're probably thinking Beth from Little Women, and she wouldn't have. She only likes soup. If it's not soupy, Beth ain't drinking it. Partially because she doesn't have the energy to chew, but also because she just doesn't like the flavor of anything else. She's a brat. So you know who would love this? Millie. Millie the millipede. Remember her? I do. My foot does. She would have loved this. She would have been crawling around with her 10,000 legs saying, "Can I get some of that? Can I get some of that?" But that didn't happen. It didn't, because my Sketcher-shaped foot crushed her, squished her like a bug, which is what she is.
Regina!
Don't be sassy. Don't be like your mama. That's a trait I don't want you to take from me. It's too powerful of a gift. Next up, let's try this Thai vegetable blend. It seems to have snow peas. I was really craving rain broccoli, but they didn't have that. And then also has like peppers and I think squash pieces. Oh God, Millie. Oh God, she's squashed. So let's see. I know you're probably thinking, Timmy, of course you don't like it. You don't like vegetables. You don't know my life. Well, you know most of it. You see me most days, but there are certain days that I'm not filming. On those days, I've been eating more vegetables. They've been growing on me more. Literally, I think I'm sprouting some. So I don't dislike you because you're vegetables. You're vegetables because I dislike you. They are nice and crunchy. They have a nice ginger flavor, but overall, I don't like the sauce. There's a very sweet flavor and also this kind of greasy, fatty flavor that does not work with vegetables, maybe in a burger. Wow, disappointing. I'm gonna have to give that a 3 out of 10. Next up, we have the meatball. Look at all the seasonings just baked in there. There's so many different herbs and different colors, and it's not great at all. What? I know I dragged Target grocery shoppers in the beginning of this video. I would just like to formally apologize, and I would like to go with you. Will you take me? Because I've never had a pre-made meatball this good. That one was a little dry, but that was just one. Those have so much flavor, and that's such a huge plot twist. Not even M. Night Shyamalan could think of that, and he's the king of plot twists. Pregnant Bella, I'm stuck. Edward, change me, please. The meatball itself tastes like a homemade chicken meatloaf, but a good one. It is not dry, perfect texture, not too chewy, but there's a bit of extra softness because it's a meatball, not like a chicken tender, you know? That's much more tough. And I know I can handle that because I'm a man, but sometimes I want something soft and supple, and that's what I got today. Perfect amount of seasoning. There's a bit of Italian seasoning in there, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't scream like I have to be in a pasta. It could be in a gravy, it could be anything. And also, it has such a strong, salty, slightly sweet, cheesiness, almost like freshly grated Parmesan, and it's really strong. And they honestly don't even need a sauce. I loved them just the way they were, and that's exactly how I think all of us want to be loved. So I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. A full slay. This dinner. Okay, time to eat our candle. Just kidding. Okay, that's very strong. Oh, it does have layers of cake and frosting. That's not bad. You know, it's extremely icky sweet. And I typically despise icky sweet items, but somehow it tastes kind of good. It isn't amazing, but I'm also not grossed out. The cake has a nice, decently moist texture, and it has your classic red velvet cake flavor. Now, most of the sweetness comes from that cream cheese frosting, which is very cream cheesy. I just wish it wasn't so sweet. I wish the cake could shine more. Maybe if it was in thinner layers, then it wouldn't be so sweet, but part of me likes the ickiness. But I just want to clarify, I don't want to be seen as one of those people that eats the ickiest of sweet things. When I see someone eating like a tub of frosting, I'm like, girl, your taste buds are rotted. Sorry. judgmental, but it's true. So I don't want to be seen like that, but this is not bad. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. If it wasn't this sweet, it would be like a nice 8, to be honest. So guys, dinner was almost a full slate. I really loved the mashed potatoes and the meatballs, and they were the main stars, so I'm happy. To the first day of our challenge. Ooh, bubbly. Is this Pinot Jaja? Pinot Jaja. Tuesday. Hi, I'm Anansa Bleeks, and I'm your freestyle dance teacher. For my Tuesday breakfast, I'm having cinnamon rolls and orange cranberry mini scones, both made from scratch. And I did such a good job. Look how good those look, guys. Rachel Ray, more like Rachel, no way. I'm the main chef in town. Good morning, girlies. So I was just doing my little Tuesday workout because we're about to eat pure sugar for breakfast. And I think that's fine. I've seen people in other countries eat like sugar cane, which is a fruit, right? That's a fruit, and they like chew on it. Technically, I'm just eating sugar cane, but I'm very out of breath. Anancia Bleeks, how do you do it, girl? How do you go that freestyle? Like, are you possessed by the rhythm? Because I didn't feel that. I felt like I had to think of every single move, every single twist. I think I just hit the mic, sorry. Anyways, let's first try this orange cranberry scone. In the words of Gal Gadot, you have to give me the scone. I feel like oranges and cranberries are two of the most meh fruits. Like when you ask someone, what's your favorite fruit? They say, first of all, Timmy's Takeout, but also bananas, you know, strawberries. People go for those ones, especially bananas. But when oranges and cranberries come together, they create a joint sleigh that could rival any other popular fruit. Somehow the combination of the tartness from the cranberry to the citrusy burst from the orange really creates something special. So I always love this combination. I'm hyped to try these. I love scones. They're kind of like biscuits for British people, but a biscuit to a British person is a cookie, and then a chip is a fry, and a fry is a chip, and everything is opposite in Britain. It's too much. All right. You know what? I'm gonna let Keira Knightley take this one. Sorry. I thought I would like it, and I thought it would go nicely with a spot of tea, but now I'm not sure. It's a little drier than your typical scone, and scones are already dry. Sometimes they get stuck in my esophagus. But this one has more of a powdery texture. It's less cakey than it needs to be. It's also a little bit too sweet. I think I'm gonna get a cavity. So because of that, I'm gonna have to give it a 3. A what, Keira? A 3. A tree? A 1, 2, 3. Big Bang. I agree with Keira. I really think it's lacking in texture and in flavor. And I also think that the orange and cranberry both are not strong enough. So it isn't great. Now let's try the cinnamon roll. I did heat it up for 30 seconds and I'm going for that center bite, of course. If you don't go for the center bite of a cinnamon roll, I feel like you have very poor judgment and you probably need help. Nurse? Oh! Wow. Oh, did you see my slobber? Can we pretend that didn't happen, please? I don't want you to think of slobber when you think of me. That cinnamon roll was so good, it made me turn into a bulldog. It's one of the best store-bought cinnamon rolls I've ever had. You know what's interesting about it? It's not too sweet. The bread part itself is very soft and doughy and kind of stretchy, tastes very fresh. Not as fresh as that. Wow, that is potent. And then the cinnamon layer is more cinnamon than sugar. So like I said, not too sweet, but with a strong cinnamon punch. You know, once I did, I did the cinnamon challenge because Glozell was really inspiring me back in the day. And I inhaled some of the cinnamon. I got walking pneumonia. And I lost 15 pounds. My teeth turned really big somehow. Yeah, I guess live and learn, right? I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. Perfection. Work, mama. It is time to go shopping for our Tuesday lunch and dinner, and I found a super Target. It's like if Superman was a Target, you know? And they had so many more food options. So for my Tuesday lunch, I got got this chicken sushi, guys. Crunchy chicken sushi. How incredible does that sound? And I got this Nashville hot trail mix as well. Plus this brownie batter dessert hummus with pretzels. I'm crazy. I'm wild. And then for my dinner, I got this chicken pot pie. And for my appetizer, I got these spicy Korean pork pot stickers and this s'mores bar as well. So let's have our lunch. The sushi, the dessert hummus, and the trail mix. Looks like a great combination. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Do you see it? I noticed a pimple right before I started filming and I said to myself, I can't resist, and I popped it. It was so satisfying. I felt like I was on that TLC show, the lady that is the pimple popper. She's always so nice to her patients and she's like, oh, you have a ton of pus, but it's fine. I like squeezing it. Anyways, Super Target is amazing. They have so many options. Guys, I got chocolate hummus. Like, what even is that? And I got chicken sushi. You guys know that I love sushi, but I always get veggie sushi because I don't really like the fish in it. But the fact they have chicken sushi, that is quite innovative, and it's kind of giving Apple when they were at their peak. So let's first try the Nashville hot trail mix. It has seasoned peanuts, spicy seasoned almonds, corn sticks, and bread chips. Oh my goodness. Asante. These are so good. Wow, this is why I'm moving to Nashville. Did I just say that out loud? Oh my God. I've been keeping it a secret, but guys, I'm moving to Nashville. Ah! And let me practice my line dancing. Hey, little lady. I'm just kidding. I'm not moving to Nashville. I've never been there in my life. I just felt like lying. But these are really good. Listen, I love Nashville hot sauce, I do, but it's one of the more simple hot sauces. Sometimes it just tastes like cayenne pepper and vegetable oil, and that's a mighty fine combo. I love spicy vegetables, but this doesn't just taste like that. This also has a strong dill pickle flavor, which makes so much sense because a lot of people eat Nashville hot chicken tenders and like fried chicken with pickles. So they incorporated that into the flavor. It's probably like 50% of it, so it's a strong dill flavor, yet it's still pretty spicy. It could be a little spicier, but it's overall fantastic. Love the peanuts, love the almonds, I love the bread chips. You can really taste the yeast in the bread, and that's my favorite part of bread. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have our chicken sushi. Now, this looks really good because it has all the sauces and all the toppings you need. You don't have to do any work. I'm seeing spicy mayo drizzled on top. I'm seeing some sort of maybe eel sauce. Flotsam and Jetsam must have had another accident. It's okay. It's okay. It adds flavor. Ursula really needs to potty train them, but she's so busy sabotaging mermaids. Sometimes I don't know where my brain is going. I just say, lead me, and it takes me to different places. Sometimes under the sea. And as for the filling, I really only see fried chicken in there. And of course, seaweed and rice, but I don't see any like cucumbers and stuff. I kind of wish they added some fresh veggies, but it smells like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's kind of making me nostalgic. Okay, here we go. There's avocado in it. Slap my sea cucumber and call me ma'am. The chicken within tastes like a classic chicken tender, but it doesn't take over. It blends in with the classic rice sushi flavors and like the sauces, and the sauces kind of give it almost like a kung pao chicken flavor. So it's kind of like kung pao chicken meets sushi. It's the tiniest bit spicy from the spicy mayo, and the avocado adds a bit of creaminess, which is very nice. It kind of adds some freshness to all the nasty, dirty grease in there, and it just works perfectly. So I'm gonna have to give that 10 out of 10. It is absolute perfection. Target Sushi Eats. It is time for our lunch dessert, brownie batter dessert hummus with pretzels. I vaguely remember trying chocolate hummus at some point in my life, but I don't remember if I liked it, what it tasted like, so I'm ready for a new experience. My pretzels are all crushed up. I think someone sat on them. That's crazy to sit on someone's food like that. It has a gorgeous texture, look at that. We're gonna put that back. You know when you're watching a vegan Instagram influencer and they're cooking a steak made out of like a watermelon and they're like, this tasted just like steak, it's crazy, and you're like, liar, liar! I'm sorry, this does not taste like brownie batter. This just tastes like ground up chickpeas and cocoa powder. It has a great texture, I will give it that, but the flavor is not sweet enough. It's slightly bitter, and not in a dark chocolate way, more in like a canned bean way. And I'm not used to dessert giving me flatulence, so this is kind of unprecedented for me. And I love hummus. I could eat hummus like a whole container, just sit there and eat the whole thing. And I have done that before, but I cannot do that with this chocolate bean soup. It doesn't work. So I'm gonna give that a 1 out of 10. But the other 2 items slayed. I'm stuffed and I'm ready for dinner, guys. Chicken pot pie, what? Target? You're in your Martha Stewart era. It's time for our Tuesday dinner. Remember, I got the pork pot stickers, the chicken pot pie, and s'mores bars. So I basically just put the pot pie onto a pan because that's what it said to, and I cooked it in the oven for 45 minutes. That was it, super easy. And then with the pot stickers, I had to get out a whole pot, boil water. I guess Good and Gather really does expect us to be Amish. They want us to work for our food. It's too much for me, I'm sorry. Then I scooped them out and put them onto my little paper towel here because I'm what? Saving the trees, exactly. And I defrosted my s'mores bars throughout the day, and then I just got a slice of my pie. It looked so delicious, and I put it into a bowl, and then, yeah, this is my final meal. What do we think, girlies? I'm so ready to eat. This all looks amazing. But first things first, I have to apologize for my daughter's appearance. She's looking a mess. She's looking like she stinks. And she kind of does a little bit because she eats her own caca, but that's not the point. Me and my daughter have very different palates, you know. She is getting a haircut tomorrow. She's in that rebellious phase where she's like, I don't want a haircut, Mom. I want to get highlights, you know? That's very her right now. So I accept her the way she is, but also we have to change it. I love you, beautiful. Oh, yeah, she needs it. I do have something serious I want to talk about. I'm not joking. It's about me and you and this channel, which is the place we call home, right? But I'm too hungry, so let's first eat the appetizer. These are spicy Korean pork pot stickers. Oh, where'd you come from? Sniff it, take it in. You like that? Is it good? I love you. Ah, the meat fell out. I hate when that happens. I just want to make sure this is fully cooked because it looks weird. I'm gonna be right back. Regina, come with me. You can't eat this food. I don't see fully cooked anywhere on the box. I cooked them for the right amount of time, but something about the filling is mushy. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm not gonna eat any more just in case. I don't know. But it tasted really good.
Don't eat raw pork.
The flavor was very nice. It did have a bit of a spice to it. It's like your typical pot sticker, but with double the flavor. It's sweeter, it's tangier. And you know how most pot stickers need a sauce to dip into? This one doesn't. It's like the sauce is incorporated within the pig meat. So I enjoyed it, but I'm also scared. I kind of want to eat more of it, but I'm petrified. So I would recommend, but just cook them for a very long amount of time just in case. Okay, so let's talk about my serious thing that I wanted to talk about. It's very serious. Please don't be mad at me. I love you. You may have noticed that I posted this on a different day. It's probably a Monday, right? It's a Monday. I've been posting on Saturdays for what, like a year now, every Saturday. I haven't missed one. And I've realized that this tight schedule has cost me relaxation. Now, I'm a workaholic. I adore filming. I adore editing. I love it all. So I'm like literally always working. But I'm starting to realize I'm 31 and I do have to slow down just a tiny bit to make time for, you know, other aspects of life, to be a balanced human being. But please don't turn me into chocolate hummus. Just put me in a taco or something. So I've decided that I am still gonna post almost as often as I typically do, but I'm not gonna be posting on a specific day. It's gonna fluctuate. I'm sorry, please don't hurt me. So it could be a Monday this week, it could be a Wednesday next week, it could be a Saturday, it could be any day of the week. And that just gives me a little more wiggle room if I wanna take a little more time to work on a video, or if I need a day off. It's just really gonna help me mentally in the long run, you know? And let me just say, I've seen your comments saying, Timmy, I clear my schedule every Saturday just to watch you. First of all, it's so sweet, I love you so much. And I really don't wanna lose that aspect of like a schedule, but I kind of have to. So just know I appreciate you so much, and I'm so sorry that I have to make this change, but in the long run, I think I'll be making better content, bigger content, and I'll have the time to do it all. It's just gonna be a bit more flexible, like a piece of spaghetti. That's gonna be me. So let's try the pot pie. Are things weird between us now? Do you feel different? I feel a little different. Do you still love me? Do you? Look at me! Look at me! You can't even look at me! Okay, things are the same for sure. Let's try this chicken pot pie. Gonna get some crust, gonna get some carrots, some chicken. Ooh. Okay, well, I don't hate it, but I don't really love it. I want a really flavorful pot pie real bad. This tastes like any old frozen chicken pot pie with a bit less flavor than usual, just a little less. The ingredients do taste a bit fresher. I will say that the crust does taste like real pie crust and it's flaky, but it's not buttery enough. No, and you guys know I love a buttery flaky crisp, a buttery flaky crunch. But this is just, I don't know, it's not salty enough or something. So it has a good texture, but with really no real good pie crust flavor. My voice. Is this how Ariel felt when she was like? That was a crazy thing to do, Ariel. Or. What is she, a seal now? All the veggies taste fine, they taste like veggies. The chicken tastes pretty real, kind of. It just tastes like plain, decent quality frozen chicken. Ooh, these blinds are making the ugliest shadow on my gorgeous face. What is this? That's better, Regina. She loves the smell of a good burp. And I think the biggest flaw is the sauce itself. It has a light chicken broth flavor, but it's not creamy enough. It isn't rich whatsoever. It's very simple. So if you really hate flavor, you're gonna love this. You're gonna be like, whoa, this is my new favorite food. I'm still eating it, it's my dinner. I am but a grateful peasant, but I'm not a happy peasant. I have to give that a 4. A 4, that's sad for a pot pie. I'm a pot pie stan. Last but not least, we have the s'mores bar. So obviously it has a layer of graham cracker, a layer of chocolate, and also marshmallow on top, because that's what a s'more is. It's a classic, all American, right? You gather around the campfire and you say, doodly-doo, doodly-day, I'm making s'mores on this summery day. That was my family's favorite s'more song growing up, so I didn't make it up right now, but if I did, I would be a lyrical genius. Oh. Testing, 1, 2, can you still hear me? I'm sorry, I had to scream from joy. Sometimes the joy needs to burst out, and that's what it did. That was incredible. That's a fantastic dessert. When I tell you it tastes better than a s'more, it really does. The graham cracker, I want every crumb. It's giving like cheesecake pie crust, but much crispier. It's very crispy. And then the chocolate is like a chocolate ganache, but it's not a super rich one. It's almost like a pudding flavored ganache, you know, it's very milky. And then the marshmallows on top feel freshly roasted, like they're still a bit bouncy, kind of stretchy, and it just comes together and makes the most incredible s'more you've ever had on your entire life. Oh, Timmy, calm down. You're too excited over a piece of food. Yeah, it was good, bro. It was cool, bro. You know, bro, it's just s'mores, but it was amazing, and I could cry. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. That was the best part of the meal. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's Wednesday. What, am I supposed to look cheery and joyous about the fact that it's the day of the hump? I got a bigger hump right here, girl. The truth is, I'm in a bad mood. Even though I look like a perfect social media influencer that's truly above everyone else, the truth is I have bad days too. And I'm not in the mood to dance this morning. I'm not in the mood to do anything. I just wanna fight reality. Oh my gosh, I think I won. We are gonna have a quick breakfast in the form of 2 flavors of muffins. We got blueberry, oh, they're gluten-free. That's my favorite muffin filling. So let me explain why I'm in a bad mood. There's 2 reasons. I had a horrible nightmare. Horrible, terrible, disgusting. I can still see it. I tried to forget it, but I'm not Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates. I actually may be Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates because I forgot to tell you guys what my dream even was. Basically, there was this massive spider in my house, like Australian sized. I don't know if they're feeding them kangaroos or what, but they're huge. Anyways, the spider was like crawling on my walls, like around my Beth sign. And then it had tons of babies and they were crawling all over the walls too, and it was horrible. Anyways,
anyways, that was it.
Okay, so they've been in the fridge all night so they could defrost. Yeah, they're not fully iced anymore, it's fine. And the other reason is related to my dry eye. A lot of you know I have severe dry eye. I woke up with this eye feeling very itchy. And the last time it felt this itchy, I had little cysts on my eyeball. Not fun. Luckily, I don't have those yet, but I'm just kind of spiraling, thinking what if they come back? And it's just making me freak out a little bit. So I'm just trying to not panic. Let's eat. Good. We're okay. Oh, my stomach's growling. I'm about to feed you, mother. Let's first try blueberry. All right. You know, for a gluten-free item, it's not bad, but I think it's missing gluten. In all honesty, it does taste like there's something missing. It has the classic blueberry flavor, and it's sweet in a sort of empty way. Like there's a richness that is not there. And then the texture is cakey, but there's a certain grittiness to it. Now, if you're on dietary restrictions, this is a fantastic option, I think. But if you're not, you might as well get a better muffin. Now it's time for the chocolate one. You know what? I'm gonna eat this on top of my little tray because I don't wanna drop any crumbs because I got this little rat right here. Ah! Oh. It's very sticky. That one's a lot better, honestly. It does have a slight grittiness still, and it does taste like it's still missing something, but it is overall a bit stickier, which kind of helps with the grittiness, and it has a very rich, pure chocolate flavor that really, really helped. And I think that it made it taste closer to a normal muffin than the blueberry version. If I had to recommend either, I would definitely say get the chocolate. It's pretty nice, actually. I kind of want another one. I might go have one. Ooh. And I can feel my mood getting better. I think I just needed food.
We are back at the Super Target because guess what? We're all superheroes in our own ways. I love inspiring this generation of hateful people. And I decided to get some chicken tendies for my Wednesday lunch. I also got some deviled egg potato salad and these strawberry cheesecake madeleines. And for my dinner, we're having a pasta night, girlies. So I got this roasted garlic Alfredo sauce and this burrata lemon zest and herb ravioli and this Cajun chicken to go on swap. And for my appetizer, I got these chicken and cheese quesadilla cones. And for my dessert, I got this apple crumble blossom. And this is my final lunch. What do we think? Oh, let me get a close-up of those tenders. Oh, look at the crusts.
Surprise! We are eating in the car because I got these fresh tenders and I want to try them fresh. That's the whole point, right? And I'm parked right next to a construction worker spot with all these
Really sweaty, masculine men.
zaddies. I got some hot buffalo sauce and I got some honey racha, which sounds real itchy and inflamed. Now I know these are not by Target, okay? They're by Heinz, but I didn't see any sauce cups by Target. You can't blame me if they don't exist. I still need sauce cups. And also Heinz is a really nice person. They're just trying to say hello. They're like, hi. Let's first try the tenders by themselves. I did see her literally frying these fresh, so they are brand new and they're very heavy. Wow. Oh my God. Buffalo. Honey on your rash. Oh. I want that one. I do not want to betray Publix in any way possible. I'm a Floridian. I was born here. I ride my alligator every day. I catch coconuts when they fall from the palm trees. Like, I'm a true Floridian and I love Publix. And I've always said they have the best supermarket tenders. But I think Target from France might have them beat. You can't blame Publix because they don't have that European gourmet quality. They have that Florida quality, which is great, but this is next level. First of all, they're huge and there's only 2 of them, but it only costed me $2.97. That's not bad at all. They're very filling. They are so extremely juicy on the inside. Literally perfectly cooked, but the best part is the breading. It reminds me more of a batter. It's almost like a hard shell around the chicken and it's not greasy whatsoever. It's extremely crispy and it tastes really seasoned. There's so much garlic flavor in there, and it's salty, and it has the perfect amount of black pepper. It's literally a perfect chicken tender. I wouldn't change a thing. It's better than most restaurant chicken tenders. I'm shook. And let me say, this buffalo sauce 8, it has more of a gooey texture to it, which is really nice. Or, well, not texture, that's more for food items that are made up of firm matter. Consistency, it's the consistency. That is when something is made up more of H2O and beep bop boop than it is of matter. And that's the power of homeschool. And what? Now the honey racha is not it for me. You know, it tastes like really pure honey. And I don't like pure honey. I like hot honey where it's like kind of sweet, but it's more hot. This is more thick, rich honey than it is sriracha. Have I ever told you guys about the time that this older gentleman got up at my church back in the day and told the whole congregation that he put raw honey on his hemorrhoids to heal them? Have I told you that? Yes? Well, I just did again. It was really crazy, the courage that man had to talk about his badonkadonk hole in front of everybody, including the big man upstairs who's probably like, sir, I created you in my image, but not that part. I don't have that. Anyways, I'm gonna give the tenders themselves a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Like, nothing even makes sense anymore. I've been living a lie this whole time. I thought Publix was that girl. It turns out she's just a girl. Now let's try the deviled egg potato salad. Why is it called deviled egg potato salad? Isn't that just potato salad? Like, deviled eggs and potato salads both have mayonnaise, mustard, sometimes a little bit of pickle. What's the difference? It's just a potato salad. Are they just trying to sound a little more demonic to fit in with this secular world? Oh, and I couldn't find any forks, and I didn't feel like asking anyone for a fork because I've had a rough day, so I just got chopsticks, and we're gonna make do. I'm just gonna poke each potato and kind of make a skewer. Problem solving. Smells more oniony than usual. I love onions, but it's very strong. Okay, let's just, okay. Oh, okay, we got one. There we go. Mmm. I feel like I'm knitting. That's good. So it honestly tastes like any old packaged potato salad with an extra onion flavor. And I do think it works. I do think that the onion goes very well with it. It also, I think, adds a little extra crunch, but it's a little too sweet for me. And it's not just from like sweet pickles. That's fine with me when there's a sweet pickle that adds a little pop of dessert, right? This is more so sweet throughout the whole sauce, almost like there's sugar within the sauce. And that's just a little overboard for me. You know, I love sugar. It gives me the energy I need because I don't drink coffee. It makes me real hyper, but it's just a lot. So I'm gonna give this a 5.5 out of 10. Now it's time for the Madeleines. Now these are strawberry cheesecake. I've never had an abnormal Madeleine. You know, no, like, you know what I mean? I've only had like the basic Madeleines. I didn't know they came in different flavors. Like, I guess we're just doing anything now in this country, you know? Ooh, it smells good. Ooh, they're very hard. Are they filled? No, I wish. They're nice. They don't taste like cheesecake, that's for sure. I'm not tasting any hint of queso, not Munster, not Gorgonzola, none of that. But it does taste just like those strawberry shortcake ice cream bars, you know, those little crumbs on top that somehow taste so good. And you're like, what are these crumbs made out of? What is that, a Pepto-Bismol crumb? I don't know, but you don't care because it tastes so good. You just keep eating it. These taste like the Madeleine version of that. They have the exact same kind of processed, tangy strawberry flavor, but just incorporated into kind of a very soft shortbread cookie. So it's good. I just think they should have called it a strawberry shortcake Madeleine. And I know she wants to feel tall, but Madeleine, this is reality, honey. You're short. I'm gonna give them a 7. Yes.
It's time to make our Wednesday dinner, which is an Italian feast. I'm gonna start by making my Mexican quesadilla appetizers. And then I basically took my chicken out of the container. I poured my Alfredo sauce into a pan and I poured my chicken into that and just let it get hot. And then I boiled my ravioli. And then I put my ravioli into my sauce with the chicken and just made one big dish. And then I microwaved my apple blossom, and that's my full dinner. It looks great, right? Easy peasy.
Hola, je m'appelle
Blossom?
I don't know what kind of cuisine this is. Regina and Poo Poo got their haircuts. They look so precious. Let me show you. Poo Poo looks like a much more handsome version of the dragon from Neverending Story, which is not an insult, I promise. He is very unique looking, and you know what Tyra says? High fashion is about weird, like looking kind of like an alien. So embrace it. And the queen herself, Regina Mignonette Thermopolis Ronaldi, Princess of Caca. This haircut makes her look a little extra paranoid, and I think it just adds to her edge. You know, she's edgy, she's fierce. I love them. Oh, now let's eat. I'm hungry. So these chicken quesadilla cones look okay. They're kind of odd. I mean, I feel like I'm at a very tiny version of Epic Universe. Do you get it? The theme park girlies get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Sorry. And the box literally said, needs to be cooked thoroughly. So I literally cooked it for 5 minutes extra because I was paranoid. And I also used my meat thermometer. I haven't seen it in a while. It was lost in some meat, but I found it and I poked them directly within the tortilla. They were like 190 degrees, so I think they're a bit overcooked, but probably still good. It's weird. Okay. I think this is the first appetizer I've had all week that's not greasy, and I'm thankful for that. They're a lot better when you eat them in one bite. The tortilla is very crunchy, and the filling is odd, but good. The chicken is sort of just kind of blended into the cheese. It's like a chicken cheese mush, and so the texture is a little weird in the sense that it's kind of like mousse-like, but it's fully cooked, I think. I hope. Oh God. It's just not what I expected in terms of texture. And the flavor definitely has a little bit of a jalapeno vibe to it. And it's also quite tangy. There's a bit of a liminess in there. It's different, but it's enjoyable. So I think I'm gonna give it a six, yes. Now, you may have noticed that I used the whole jar of sauce for that kind of small amount of ravioli and chicken. When I was doing it, I wasn't thinking about it. I was just kind of tossing things together like I was cooking with my heart and soul, just like Giada taught me to. But then when it was done, I was like, why is my pasta swimming in an ocean of sauce? Why is it cosplaying as Noah right now? Like without the ark, he's just floating in the big ocean. Like that's crazy. I don't really know how it happened, but it happened. So I just kind of tried to leave a lot of sauce behind, and I got my chicken here, which is Cajun. That should add some more flavor to the sauce overall. And this ravioli is burrata ravioli. I've never had burrata ravioli, so let's try it. I found the culprit, and what she did was not okay. Oh no, don't eat that. Oh my gosh, the chicken went flying. I didn't even know chickens had wings. Sorry about that, girlies. So the chicken should not be able to be in the chicken coop with her sisters. She's a disappointment to them, and I think they should banish her, kind of like what the Amish people do. They should do that. The chicken is so extremely salty. It tastes processed. It has bits and pieces that have like those weird tendons and hamstrings that really kind of connect the pieces together, but are chewy and just unenjoyable to eat. And it doesn't even really have a Cajun flavor. Now, you could say the Cajun flavor maybe melts it off into the sauce. That's possible, and that would be on me. But I take responsibility for myself because nobody's gonna take responsibility for me. It is just overly salty, processed trash chicken. I don't like it. I would not recommend that. And the sauce isn't great. It tastes like that jarred ragu Alfredo sauce. It has that fake Alfredo flavor, no Parmesan cheesiness, but at the end of the day, it's a cream sauce. I'm gonna still devour it. But what I did like was the ravioli. It is a burrata lemon ravioli, and let me just say, I'm not even a burrata fan. I've had it many times at different classy establishments, and it's never that good. I don't like the fact that it has two different textures. It's fresh mozzarella on the outside, cottage cheese on the inside. You have to pick a path. I don't like both together. But the good thing is this was just a cream version of burrata. So it really just tasted like ricotta or any of those cheeses mixed with a bright hint of lemon. And it really kind of cut through that processed sauce. So if I was just scoring the ravioli, I'd give it like a 9. But this whole dish together is definitely like a 4.5. Sorry, go away. It made me so mad I threw chicken. Like that's crazy. Let's try this apple blossom. I had another blossom, I think at Aldi's, and it was like a rhubarb blossom. So what's up with blossoms being in? Like, is that the new like dessert? Like, I don't want pie, I don't want cake, I want a blossom. Oh, I need to walk. Oh my goodness. That is truly incredible. The crust is so much more buttery than the pot pie crust. I think they put all their butter budget into this. And it just tasted so golden brown and fresh. I would have never thought that was microwaved. And then the inside apple pie filling did have a slight applesauce texture to it, which was whatever. Flavor-wise, it tasted perfect. It tasted like a perfectly spiced apple pie. Adele Dazine. And it had this little kind of granola crunch on top that just added a little something special. You know, I've learned in my 31 years that it's the small things in life that truly bring joy. And that granola is one of those small things, literally and figuratively as well. So I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10, full slice. So the meal wasn't perfect, but it was good enough. I'm grateful. Thursday. Did you see that? Watch again. Oh, I learned that in military camp. And I know I joke a lot, but I'm not lying this time. Because when we marched, we had to do like this twisty thingy where like you had to turn around really perfectly and like really smoothly because they're all about precision and being fierce and synchronized, right? Anyways, I'm in a much better mood today. I didn't have any nightmares. My eyeball isn't being a burden on me like it usually is. So I'm so happy I could do a plie right now. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Oh! Ow.
Let's make our Thursday breakfast. It was very easy. I just microwaved everything, including the bacon. And then I just microwaved my French toast sticks as well. And that's it. That's my full meal. What do we think? I think it looks great. Shriveled, but great.
Oh, you know in cartoons when the character like smells something good, they start to levitate and they like float across the room? That's me right now, but I'm a bit too heavy to float. I know Pennywise said I could. I don't believe him, he's a demon clown. This is such a perfect combination. I was like, you know what sounds amazing together? French toast and bacon. But the sad part is tomorrow's breakfast is just kind of misfits put together. We got Texas toast, y'all. And we also got granola bars. So I'm so grateful for it, but it doesn't sound like a very pleasant combination. Anyways, let's first try the bacon. I'm sorry, I was orchestrating the flavor. That's what I do. That bacon is perfect. Perfect. I personally like my bacon to be thin and to have the texture of like stained glass, but made out of pig. I like it to shatter. And the microwave cooks it just the way I like it. It is very salty bacon, but it tastes like good quality. It has a classic smoked flavor, and it's bacon. Bacon's bacon, you know, but it's good bacon. So I'm happy with it. I'm gonna give it a nice strong 8.5 out of 10. By the way, guys, a couple days ago, I posted my first video after announcing my marriage. Yeah, it's true. I'm still a newlywed. So Jessica and Nick, you got nothing on me. In my last video, I was wearing my ring on and off because it was filmed throughout like 4 days. And so I would forget to put it on. Sometimes I didn't feel like wearing it, bleep, blah, blah. And I got a lot of comments saying, Timmy, where's your ring? Is everything okay? And I'm so grateful for the concern. I love you guys so much. But let me just clarify for the future. I am not gonna wear my ring every day. I'm gonna wear it if I maybe go out to a nice dinner. But if I'm at home, I'm not wearing jewelry. It's so heavy. Why? Why? Did I just say it's so heavy? Yeah, it is from Jared. Yeah, it is 100 carats. And what? So just don't expect to see the ring every time you see me. That's all I'm saying. Guys, it's been a week and you thought I got divorced. Who do you think I am, Kim Kardashian? I know we have very similar bodies, but that is where the similarities stop. So that was my disclaimer. I love you guys so much. You're so funny. Now, let's try these French toast sticks. This one has a hole in it. Hello? Slap my toast and call me French. Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. Am I a goat? I have to say, for frozen French toast sticks, those are some of the best I've had. And I microwaved them, so they were a little chewy. But guess what? A man never minded beef jerky. I don't mind some chewy French toast. A lot of French toast sticks, like the frozen ones, have this really fried flavor to them, like deep fried. And this one doesn't. This one has a real French toast flavor, and it tastes like it has a very slight syrupy glaze on the outside and a very strong cinnamon flavor. So it does not need any It does not need any excess syrup. It does not need toppings. They're good on their own and very simple, but very enjoyable. I really liked them a lot. So I'm gonna give them a very strong 9 out of 10. Yes, okay. This breakfast may have been the best breakfast out of all the breakfasts. No, we had the cinnamon roll breakfast, but the scone was horrible.
We are back at the Super Target and I decided to get some potato wedges. And with that, I got a chicken Caesar wrap. So I felt like that was a good lunch combination. Now for dinner, I got some pulled pork in a bourbon barbecue sauce, and I got some buns to make some pulled pork sandwiches. And then I also got some white cheddar mac and cheese and these turtle cheesecakes because I love amphibians. Anyways, this is my Thursday lunch. Very simple, just 2 items, but I felt good about it. You know, I felt like it was a good balance of fried and fresh.
Do you girlies ever look in the mirror and just think to yourself, I look older? Like, not in a bad way, because getting old isn't a bad thing. It's actually a very blessed, lucky thing. But like, when I smile, I look like a desert floor, cracked. You know, last time I went to the dentist, they were like, not only is your hairline receding, but your gums are receding too. Did you know gums could recede? Are yours balding as well? Right. They didn't tell me that my hairline was receding, but they did tell me that my gums were. So I was like, okay. And they were like, use a soft toothbrush. And I was like, okay. How am I supposed to process this news? Anyways, sorry, I'm just rambling because I'm having a midlife crisis, but I did bring a soda pop from home, so that's good. I'm excited to try these potato wedges. They're very fresh. That's why I'm eating in the car once again. But I didn't find any sauces that could go with them. Like, they only had like wing type sauces like the Rash one and the buffalo, but they did not have like ranch or ketchup. So we're just gonna eat them by themselves. This is a true test. Only a really good potato wedge can be eaten without a sauce. So let's see. Okay. All right, so they're there. They exist in the world, so there's that. Now, do they taste good? I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on your expectations from Idaho. Mine are very high. The Idahoans know that I expect nothing less than greatness, and I wouldn't call this greatness, but they're definitely not bad. So they remind me kind of Walmart's potato wedges if you've had those, but a little bit saltier. They're not crispy at all, but they do taste real, and they do have a very hearty texture. They have more so the texture of a roasted potato, and so that's a little disappointing, but flavor-wise, they do have that classic seasoned fried potato wedge flavor. It's just a little light. I would like some more paprika, what other seasonings are on potatoes? It just needs more of everything. It might even need some MSG. Because I heard that's what makes food really good, right? MSG. I'm gonna give the potato wedges a 6.5. They're not bad at all. I still enjoyed them. I ate most of them. Now let's try this chicken Caesar wrap. It does seem to have a lot of cheese, which is promising. I'm just hoping that the chicken doesn't taste like peanuts. I'm not talking about the nut. I'm talking about the peanuts that you ship things with, because that's what it looks like right now. It looks like you would really keep all my collectibles and memorabilia very safe. So, you know, I think it's at the same level of goodness as the potatoes. Definitely not Glinda levels, though. She's so good. She's the good witch.
Alfie.
The tortilla itself, luckily, isn't soggy. It does have sort of that wheat tortilla flavor, but it tastes good enough. The lettuce is surprisingly crunchy. It's not wilted. Now, the chicken is definitely processed. It doesn't taste fresh, but the good news is there's no icky flavors. There's no icky textures. It just tastes like clean, plain, processed chicken. So I'm not mad at that. The cheese is nice. It's salty, so it definitely adds a little tanginess, a little sharpness, a little pop of blue in my hair for the Teen Vogue party. And the Caesar dressing isn't bad. It's just a little too mayonnaise-y for me. Overall, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. So this was the meal of mediocrity. Hello, who's that? Oh, a monster truck man. It's my kind of people. Yes! Men. Huh, huh, huh.
It is time for our Thursday dinner, and guys, this one took me hours to make. I had to press so many microwave buttons, my fingers really hurt afterwards, and there was a piece of meat on my table. Someone clean it, please. Okay, anyways, that's my meal.
Hi, poo-poo. You know what? I'm gonna rename you. What is the dragon from Never Ending Story named? Falcor. Falcor, come here. Like Folklore by Taylor Swift? Folklore. I think that fits you better. Oh. Ooh, you guys like the sound of that? It's gone, but I'ma get seconds. I barely took a breath throughout that whole feasting. Let me tell you, that tastes so much better than I expected. That tastes almost exactly like Panera Bread's mac and cheese. It's extremely similar. If I was blindfolded and I tried both, I would only be able to tell the difference because Paneras are like shells and they're shaped kind of like something that the ocean and sand creates. And then this is just a typical like elbow. It does taste processed just like Panera's mac and cheese, but in the best way possible. It's really salty, tangy. It has that sharp white cheddar flavor and the sauce is so gooey. Goopy, if you will. I think that Gwyneth thought it was a candle and she went and there's also a little bit of sourness in both Panera's mac and cheese and this mac and cheese that I really adore. So even if it's processed, it tastes fantastic. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, very strong. And can we just talk about the fact that Panera's mac and cheese is so pricey? I have a message for the Panera CEO, the grandfather of yeast. If you, oh, I spit. I'm so angry. If you don't lower those prices, I shall curse your yeast and it will never bloom. He just enacted the curse. Thank you, my minion. Anyways, it's time for my pulled pork sandwich. So this is very easy to make. I just microwave the pork and I put it on the sandwich. I love a simple recipe like that. And I gotta say, the pork looked really, really nice as I was mixing it into the sauce. I did not notice any fat blobs or blubber pieces. It looked really lean and not too saucy. So I'm excited for this. Let's try it. Wow. I hate it when my pig drips. Wow. Well, dang flabbit. You know, my wife Tammy has been taking really good care of our pigs while I'm away living with my husband. She's been taking care of the whole farm. I'm so grateful to her. She's the love of my life. I'm not lying. Does it look like I'm lying? Anyways, she's been selling our pigs to local people, and they don't pay a lot. So I'm gonna tell her, Target uses real pigs. Get to selling, Timmy. Right now, mama. I'm shook. Now, let me just get the one flaw out of the way. When I took my first bite, there was a weird processed, almost plasticky flavor, but it disappeared very quickly. Oh, there's lightning. Voldemort's out there. What was I saying? Oh yes, the plastic flavor completely disintegrated as it was going down my esophagus. Oh, Regina gets scared during the thunderstorms, my baby. Other than the slight plasticky flavor at the beginning, this pork tasted perfect. Perfect texture, shredded. It did not feel rubbery in any sense. It did not have little nasty pieces of bones and cartilage and things like that. Nothing like that. Just clean pork meat in this delicious barbecue sauce that wasn't too sweet and it had a lot of tanginess, a lot of smokiness, and this kind of like deep richness that I really loved. And then the brioche bun tasted so buttery and went so well with the pork. I'm just gooped. I think that was fantastic. So I'm gonna take off 1 point for that weird flavor at the beginning, but otherwise it was perfection. Wow. I felt like I was at Sonny's barbecue living it up. Okay, last but not least, we have this gorgeous turtle cheese. Oh. You're fine, Regine. We're gonna try this turtle cheesecake. I don't think it has any actual turtle in it. It's probably a delicacy in a few different countries, I don't know, but I don't think at Target. I think the turtle aspect is more so it kind of has like a shell of sweet, delicious treats. You know, like chocolate and nuts and caramel as well. Let's try it. Oh, very mushy. You know, just like with the pork sandwich, there is a slight processed flavor, but it kind of fades away and it just becomes a really nice cheesecake. Is it the best cheesecake ever? No. Is it the best turtle ever? I don't know, I've never tried turtle. God, you asked too many questions. I'm eating the whole thing right now. It's really good for a supermarket cheesecake. The crust is really crispy and nice and perfectly thick. And the cheesecake filling itself is very creamy and it's very soft. And it's also not overly sweet. It just has a really nice pure cream cheese flavor. And the topping, that caramel layer, tastes like a Werther's Original, which I really don't think is that original because someone else probably figured out how to make caramel before Werther's did. So in my opinion, the whole brand sounds like a lie to me, but they still make really good caramel. And that's what that layer tasted like, nice and chewy. It went so well with the cheesecake, just delicious. I'm gonna give that an 8.5 out of 10. We're gonna go listen to Taylor Swift to calm you down, okay? It's Friday, 1 day after Thursday, 3 days after Tuesday. I had to count for a second in my head. And 1 day before the weekend when we get crazy at the clubs. Anasa Bleaks, come dance with me, mama.
It's time for our Friday breakfast, and we're having some Texas toast and a little granola bar for some reason. So I just put my Texas toast on my baking sheet and I baked it, and it got barely crispy.
So it's the final day. I'm kind of sad, just because most of this food has been good. I've had a good time making this video. I have not been sent on an all expense paid trip to Koreatown, even though it sounds kind of fun and cleansing and free, right? It's free. That hasn't happened. I haven't had any stomach aches. I haven't felt bloated. So I'm a happy growing man, and we have Texas toast right in front of us now. Guys, I have a little announcement. I'm going to Texas. Ah! Whoa! Wowie, wowie, wow. Now, you might think, Timmy, you're lying, just like you did when you said you were moving to Nashville. Am I lying? Am I not? Can you tell by looking into my big, gorgeous, dry eyes? I guess you'll find out if I'm lying in 2 months. I'm also going to Minnesota. Ah! Was that a lie? Who knows? You'll find that out in about 3 weeks. So let's first try this strawberry shortcake bar. It just seems like a simple granola bar. Ooh, it has a little icing on it. Kind of looks like a Pop-Tart that's been shrunken down and dehydrated. It sounds delicious. Oh, I'm sorry. You just really pissed me off. I don't hate it because I'm a positive person, but it's disgusting. This is the worst kind of granola bar. When it has a dried fruit prune flavor. Who wants prunes unless if you're ultra constipated? No one. So it's a whole grain baked bar. See, with that title, I expect more of a cookie-like texture and flavor, but this is chewy in a dried fruit way, and it just kind of tastes like fermented and old. And there's a slight strawberry flavor, but it's definitely not giving strawberry shortcake. It is giving strawberry no cake. The cake never existed. It was an illusion in your mind. She wasn't real. She wasn't real. What are the main ingredients in this? Number 1, prune. I'm just kidding. Organic oats, tapioca syrup, organic fig paste. It's the fig paste, which is much worse than pig paste. That can still taste good sometimes. That's what gave it this really dried fruit flavor. I honestly can't taste anything else besides dried fruit. So if you don't like dried fruit, don't get this. I'm very upset by it. And it's a back to school bar. Back to school? If my parents put this into my lunchbox and I thought, ooh, strawberry shortcake bar, I would never trust them again in my life. But I love my parents. I'm talking about hypothetical horrible parents that would put this into a lunchbox. Horrible, disgusting, 1 out of 10. Okay, let's try our Texas toast. All right, so they did not get crispy in the oven. I left them in there for extra time. For some reason, they just stayed soggy. So there's that. But they taste good. Now, can someone tell me the difference between Italian garlic bread and Texas toast? I don't think there is a difference. You know what happened? I think an Italian person that grew up in Texas named Prosciutto Y'all created garlic bread. And she said, you know what? I need to market it to 2 different people. The Ricardas! And the Peggy Sue, Peggy Mays, Terry Ann, Tammy Lou. Oh, that's my wife! Okay, I think that was a smart businesswoman, and it worked. Yeah, it tastes literally just like uncrispy garlic bread. It's buttery, it's a little doughy on the inside, which I like. It's salty, and it has a super strong garlic flavor. There's not much more to say. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna give it a nice 7 out of 10. Let's go take our final trip of the week to Target.
For my voice. For my Friday lunch, I decided to get this Italian-style ciabatta sandwich. And I also got this rotisserie seasoned chicken salad with these entertaining crackers as well. They were making me laugh so hard. And then for my dinner, I got these green chili chicken enchiladas. They look amazing. Some mac and cheese bites for my appetizer and some tart cherry blast ice cream for dessert. Anyways, this is my lunch. What do we think? Other than the fact it looks like dried up.
Once again, brought a sody pop from home. But this time, Fanta, because I'm in the mood for something a bit more tropical, a bit more out there than just cola. Mother Nature. Mother Nature. So I'm a self-aware person, I like to think. And I am self-aware in the fact that this meal is not that exciting. It's weird. We got a sandwich, we got some more protein. And we got some crackers, but it's what I was craving. Would you deny a pregnant woman her cravings? That would be horrible, right? So why would you deny me mine? I'm just as important as a pregnant woman, if not even more, because I'm feeding 3. Me, Sarah, and Paulson, my pecs. So I don't want to hear it. Anyways, it's a girl dinner, right? You just get little random things you want and then you make a dinner out of it. It's so cool. It's like the new thing. And I love being up to date. So let's try this Italiana sandwich. Now, I don't know how authentic this is because my best friend Giada De Laurentiis is the main Italian on earth, you know? The way she makes sandwiches is just prosciutto, focaccia, and fresh mozzarella. And that's it. So this does have things like ciabatta. That's not that Italian. Oh, I think sun-dried tomatoes. That's authentic. Oh my gosh, I think Giada just got a shiver down her spine. She was like, grazie. And it also has arugula. Love arugula. I used to hate arugula, but now I love it for some reason. I think that the bitterness goes very good with like sour dressings. Love. Does this not have condiments though? There were packets of mayonnaise and mustard inside. I forgot to get them. I guess the tomatoes aren't gonna be the only things that are sun-dried. The whole sandwich is gonna be dry. I'm not going back inside. Are you crazy? And this seems to have either some sort of ham or turkey flap right there, and then some pepperoni, I think salami, and some provolone. Let's try it. Wow. But, I quite like this. You know, it isn't perfect. It would be a lot better with some condiments, but that's not a bad Italian sandwich at all. It does have one main flaw, and that is the bread. This is a very, 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 very dry ciabatta. I think instead of flour, they used the dust in your mother's basement to make this bread. It isn't even dry in like a baguette way or in like a crusty way. It's just flat out dry throughout. But the fillings are quite fantastic, I have to say. Sometimes some Italian sandwiches have too much like pepperoni and salami on them, and it gets really salty and really rich and really overpowering. And it can also give you the gout, which I have had once. My toe swelled up into a huge balloon and I almost floated away from the pain. But I'm not here to talk about what I've been through. I'm here to talk about my future. And my future is eating more of this sandwich. This has one thin layer of pepperoni, one thin layer of salami, and whatever that ham stuff is. And it creates the perfect amount of saltiness and richness. So it's not too much, you know? And I love the arugula with those sun-dried tomatoes. What a good combination. They really added a more elegant flavor to the sandwich. It made it taste more like a restaurant sandwich. It just kind of plussed it. So I really loved that. I think if this had better bread, a little bit of mayo, salt, pepper, and some oil and vinegar, this could be honestly a perfect Italian sandwich.
But that's not what it is now, is it?
It has flaws and I can't relate to that. So I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10. But with all those adjustments, it would be a 10. Now, who goes there? Now let's try this rotisserie seasoned chicken salad. So I got this because I've been really into chicken salad recently. I know that makes me sound even more like an uncultured swine, but maybe I am that. Maybe that's who I am. I have been eating at this restaurant recently called Chick Salad Chick, not sponsored. And it's not really good. It really isn't. They have like so many flavors of chicken salad and you can get it on a sandwich or with crackers. I typically just do crackers and I've tried a lot of their flavors. Most of them are not it. Most of them are bland and just, they kind of give me the ick. But there's 2 flavors that I really love. It's their buffalo flavor and their old fashioned one that has this sort of sweet pickle, eggy kind of potato salad vibe to it. Those are the 2 that I get. I don't get anything else because everything else there is terrible in my opinion. But I've just gotten really into it because of that. So let's open this up. I love anything rotisserie, so, oh. My sandwich almost fell. You know what? That smells really good. That smells very seasoned. Wow. And of course I got some crackers to dip in. I got these Ritz knockoffs called Original Entertaining Crackers. I'm waiting. Are you gonna entertain me? No? Imagine the cracker starts to like twerk and it's like shaking salt everywhere. It's like, can Ritz do this? Oh, wait, these are different. They're much bigger and flatter than Ritz. I hope they're good. They don't smell like Ritz. Mmm. No. You know, it's like Ritz and Saltine got together and made a sandwich. That's what this tastes like anyways. Let's try this chicken salad. I'm excited. Mmm. Mmm. Well, I made a dent in that, did I not? This is one of those moments that I realized that I'm just one of those kind of alpha guys that can really, really eat. And that makes me proud. I really like this. I really do. It has one flaw, and that is the fact that it's just a little too liquidy. If it was a tiny bit drier, I think it would be perfect. The flavor, wowie, wowie, wow. There's whole chicken chunks in there. I'm not talking tiny little bits of shredded chicken like the ones at Publix. This one has like big pieces of chicken, which I really appreciated because I like to sink my teeth into sustenance. And the flavor is really, really nice. It does have a mayonnaise-y vibe, but it has the perfect amount of salt, pepper. There's a hint of lemon, like a bit of a citrusy burst that really brightens up the whole thing. And it has honestly a lot of seasonings. I can taste a hint of smoky paprika. I can taste some thyme in there for sure. Maybe a few flakes of oregano. I don't want to say flakes. It makes me think of dandruff. I really loved it. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Yes, okay.
Let's make our Friday dinner. Just to remind you, I got the mac and cheese bites, the green chili enchiladas, and the tart cherry blast ice cream. So I just put the mac and cheese bites onto a baking tray, baked it, and I also baked my chicken enchiladas, which looked pretty good. And guys, it was a lot of food in this pan. Tons of rice. Oh my goodness. So this is it finished. What do we think? I think it's so golden brown and pretty and greasy. And this is the full 3-course meal.
Oh, sorry. It's the final meal of the challenge. Regina, how you feeling, sweetheart? Extra paranoid? What can I do to calm down your eyeballs? Nothing. Nothing can be done. This is who she is. I'm so grateful if you watch this whole thing. Listen, if you watch my content, which is typically the length of a movie, I'm a very fast editor. I'm so grateful, for real. Now, at the beginning of this week, I had a goal, or you could say a dream, to eat more vegetables. Whatever happened to that? I guess some dreams just aren't meant to come true, right? So I'm excited for this meal. It smells really good. It looks really good. Let's first try these fried mac and cheese situation type deal type moments. Okay. You know, I'm enjoying the mac and cheese within. The mac and cheese within is what matters at the end of the day. It is pretty sharp. It has almost a Stouffer's mac and cheese flavor. It's like fake, but good fake, just like my BBL. Exactly. But I don't like the breading. I don't. It is not only too thick, it's also very rocky, like when he ran up the stairs, but like rocky in the physical sense of the matter that is the rock. You know what I mean? And not like Maui either, because I'm talking about like rocks made from mountains. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, it felt like I was chewing on the thing from Fantastic Four. And that's not a very pleasant experience. It's such a lumpy, bumpy breading, and you can almost like kind of taste the flour blobs in there. I don't know if the factory left a little flour blobs on purpose to make it taste more homemade, but I just felt that and I didn't like it. But I do like the filling, so it's kind of 50-50 for me. I'm gonna give them a 5 out of 10. They could be so much better with more of a jalapeno popper breading. Yeah, that would be good. Quickly, I just want to talk final thoughts on my Target week. I've enjoyed myself. I really have. I think most of what I had was either good or amazing. Nothing was truly vile. Nothing was truly vile, and that's a win. So would I shop at Target on my off time? I think I would. I'll get those meatballs again. I get the sushi, cinnamon rolls. I have like a little like Avengers team kind of like growing here. Yeah, I had fun. Oh wow. Wait. Oh my God, Reagan! I love this rice. I'm an animal, hold me back. Regina, honey, I'm sorry. Mommy didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. I'm back. It's me. I expected that rice to taste frozen. You know how frozen rice has a specific flavor? It's kind of like chewable water. This didn't have any of that. This tasted like real fresh rice, like from a Mexican restaurant, but not an authentic one. It's like a Mexican restaurant owned by a woman named Suzanne or something, you know, but it's still kind of good. That's what this tastes like. Come on, Suzanne. She got that sazon. It is somehow very fluffy. It has the classic kind of Mexican rice flavor with the tomato sauce vibes and a little bit of garlic and some chicken bouillon. Like, it is pretty fantastic and it is simple, but it's a great side. I'm so impressed. That to me is a 9 out of 10. Now it's time for the chicken enchiladas. They have green chilies. Guys, I grew up in New Mexico eating red and green chilies, so I will know if this tastes really authentic. Let me tell you. What? I really love it. I don't know what I just experienced, but I think it may have been an out-of-body experience. I don't think I was the one chewing. I think I was watching myself chew from the other side of the room, like, slow down, buddy. Those are not the best enchiladas I've ever had, but once again, I was expecting a frozen mediocre flavor. These taste fresh. They taste, once again, like not authentic, but like Suzanne made it. They used corn tortillas, which I'm so grateful for because I do not like enchiladas with flour tortillas. It gets gummy, it gets stretchy. It doesn't work for me. Corn tortillas are the way to go because they have more flavor, first of all, but they also just kind of break apart when you eat them. You know, it's just a lot easier to eat. They were perfectly tender, not dried out whatsoever. The chicken on the inside was very simple, basically like plain salted chicken, but it tasted totally real. The sauce on the top did not really give full green chili, but it did taste like a nice limey green salsa, so it still tasted really good. And then there was a lot of cheese. It all came together and just became this really hearty meal, and the sun is shining in my face. We've talked about this. You stay in your own orbit. God, she thinks the world revolves around her. It does. Like I said, not the best enchiladas I've had, but for a ready-to-go type of meal, I think it's pretty fantastic. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 once again. What a great final meal of the week. Now it's time for my ice cream. This is Tart Cherry Blast. I got this because it sounded super weird. That's the only reason. And I love cherries as well. It's cream cheese flavored ice cream with tart cherry swirl and white and blue flakes with sprinkles. Once again, flakes. What are you, a tuna? What are white and blue flakes? I guess we're gonna find out. Look at that. Look at that cherry swirl. I like the flakes a lot. Here, I'm gonna add some extra. I love it. I love it. Take it away. I'm getting too full. That is so unique and so out of the ordinary. I really enjoy its bravery. I really do. The cream cheese ice cream does really have a cream cheesy kind of tartness to it. And when you pair that with the cherries, which taste like cherry pie filling, it just creates almost this cheese cherry Danish flavor without the Danish, you know? And then the blue flakes are kind of like white chocolate, and they add such a nice little extra bit of sweetness and some more texture. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. We ended this week on such a good note. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you watched this whole thing, you're that girl, for real. I had such a fun week. I will see you guys sometime next week. I'm not totally sure which day, but it's gonna be next week, okay? I promise. So give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Bye, girlies. Regina, say bye. I love you, Regina.